Squats in the ATG system begin as split squats, elevated as much as you need, assisted as much as you need, and elevating the heel as much as you need to get full coverage of hamstring over calves. According to doctors, my left knee was never even supposed to fully bend again, so don't feel discouraged when you start out, because this is exactly how I had to start out. As you lose the front foot elevation and lose the assistance, you gradually get to the primary goal of knee ability 0, which is full hamstring covering the calf. Yes, your heel can be up, but the back knee is not touching the floor and the torso is perfectly vertical. Doing reps like this should be pain-free, and a lot can be gained just from doing this with your own body weight alone. By gaining this pain-free ability on both sides, we then find in dents that a slant board squat on 2 legs all the way down feels great. Loading is optional in dents, and it's done with a dumbbell in front, because if your elbows go inside or hit your legs, it means your legs didn't actually handle the load. And this is allowed with up to 25% of your body weight in additional load. And at the same time as we use the slant board to get that full bend, we start working our ATG split squat towards getting the heel down. And I find that the stronger you are, the more loading may actually help you achieve that goal. So in dents, I even allow up to 50% of your body weight on your ATG split squat. All of this eventually results in the ability to squat ass to grass without rounding the back. To which you may add load, and to which I recommend adding bands to that top half, because the bottom half is actually gonna be the same difficulty, but the top you're stronger. I want you working the whole range. All the while remembering 3 key things. Number 1, loading is optional. My mom is 66 and she's able to do every program with her body weight alone. Number 2, this may not appear like athletic positioning of something like a jump, but arguably the 2 highest jumpers of all time, Kadur Ziani in dunking and Stefan Holman high jump, were the best and most dedicated full knee benders of any of their peers. And what's of particular interest to us is that they're now both in their 40s and still crazy athletic, and even studies now are proving why that may be, which is, if you don't full knee bend, you could have the best muscles in the world, but you wouldn't be growing and strengthening your tendons and ligaments to the fullest. And I think this explains the modern athlete where the muscles look good, but we're seeing knee injuries at epidemic levels. And 3, that even though I believe the squat is the king of exercises, the squat is only one component, and the secret to bulletproofing is being strong from one side to the other, as in the split squat, and from one side of each joint to the other side, as in your squat compared to your Nordic. Then how hard you can put force into the ground versus picking back up your own leg, because the glutes and hamstrings are great, but the number 1 difference between regular humans and elite sprinters is actually the size of the hip flexors. So strength training for bulletproofing is not one thing, it's 4 things. It's strength from one pair of joints to the next pair of joints, from one side of the body to the other side of the body, from one side of a joint to the other side of that joint, and through the full God-given range of motion. And even though no studies have been done on just about anything in this video, if I can go from entering my 20s already with knee surgeries, having never once grabbed a basketball rim.
Literally, I don't know if he could touch the rim with his fingertips with no basketball or anything else.
Ridiculed for how slow I was. To now having over a 40-inch vertical and some of the most bulletproof knees in the world, I think we all have athletic and longevity potential way beyond what exercise science has predicted.